Welcome to the Crimson Engine. My name is 𝙎𝙖𝙄𝙄𝙇. This is something that happens way too often. You spend days, weeks, or even months making your film project look exactly as you want it. The right brightness, the right darkness, the right colors, the right tone. And then you see it on somebody else's screen, or if you're lucky, up on the big screen. And it looks nothing like you intended it to look. The colors are off, it's too bright, or worse, it's too dark. No one can see anything. The skin tones could be all green, the sky could be all washed out, and it generally makes you look like you don't know what you're doing. By far the biggest mistake people make when they're color grading a project is not to use a color correct reference monitor. This is why every post-production house has them and keeps them calibrated. But if you're color grading your project at home on your computer, this can be really difficult. This is because it is almost impossible to calibrate your computer screen. Now, yes, you can do it, but because of the way that different programs use it and increase brightness to show the user interface, it means that the actual computer screen, like my iMac back there, just isn't going to give you accurate colors in the long term. What you need is an external screen that is just a reference display. And if you're mastering in 4K, you'll need a 4K reference monitor. Because if you're sharpening skin or rotoscoping out different things, you want to see them in the resolution that it's going to be displayed in. In addition to resolution, you want it to be big enough that it's actually going to show all of those pixels, and you're going to be able to see if your actress has an eyelash on her cheek, which is hard to do if you're watching on a tiny little monitor. The basic rule of thumb is you don't want any surprises. You want to get as close to the end user experience while you're working on the film so you can see everything that's going into it that the person who's watching it is going to see when they watch it. To do Devil's Fortune, I rented a monitor called the TVLogic LUM or LUM313G. This is a 4K 31-inch reference monitor that comes factory calibrated. So you know that the colors on the screen are going to be the same colors on your TV or in the cinema. The image on this monitor is going to be the same in New York as it would be in Melbourne or Antarctica or Johannesburg. It basically has a common language with every other properly calibrated monitor and every calibrated digital computer screen in the world. To connect this to your computer, you need one of these little Blackmagic Ultra monitor boxes. This one is only 1080p, but it's about $100. If you want to go 4K, you'll need this unit for just under $1,000. Then you need to go into the labyrinth of DaVinci Resolve settings and find this little button, restart Resolve, and you'll have your whatever's on your main screen in the color tab appear on the monitor. The LUM313G also has a bunch of other features like scopes, like LUTs, a ton of SGI inputs, and even HDMI input. I put this one on a $50 Amazon rolling stand so I could bring it close when I was color grading and then wheel it over to my couch and use it to play my Xbox. It is quite a unit at 36 pounds. It's not something you're going to haul around with you on set. It really is something for the studio. And this type of reference monitor is much more expensive than a traditional computer screen. This one is currently $7,500, but that's actually a steal. Canon just released their own 31-inch reference monitor, and it is $32,000 for most of the same features. I really enjoyed using it. I can't imagine having done the grading process without it. Having the confidence to know what your film is going to look like and not have to go and regrade an entire feature film because it wasn't color accurate is definitely worth the price of admission. That's my look at reference monitors. If you're interested in other post-production things, check out Canon Masterclass. There are a ton of camera tutorials for all of Canon cinema cameras. There's also an in-depth DaVinci Resolve tutorial about color grading, color accuracy, and how to get the best out of your Canon cinema footage. Check it out at canonmasterclass.com. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time.